Hi guys, it's Karen again. How are you today? Well, I'm great, but look at my under eye area, and I have some kind of puffiness, and I have some dark circles, and my under eye area doesn't look so good. So let's try to correct it, and let's correct one side, and we can see against the other side if what I'm doing is helpful and is doing something good to hide all of these puffiness and black. It's like I have these black dents here, if you can see. Ooh, I don't like my under eye area at all, so let's try and hide some things, and let's learn some new things. Well, my face is just moisturized and my morning routine and everything, so I didn't prime, I didn't do anything special under the eyes yet. Okay, usually I don't wear my primer under my eyes. Usually I just apply maybe here, but I don't apply it very close to the eye, and I thought I'll try that today and see if it helps. Okay, so this eye is going to be all primed, and I'll try to hide what's going on, and this eye will remain bare, or maybe the other way around. No, I think I'll keep this eye bare and we'll do this eye. No particular reason. I'm just applying a tiny bit of this primer on the back of my hand. This is the Maybelline Face Studio Prime Anti-Redness Primer. It doesn't really matter which kind of primer you're using. I just really want to get it done. Oh, it looks like it's almost okay. I misspoke. Too much, of course, on the back of my hand, but never mind. I'm just taking my damp Nikia Joy Cosmetics sponge and I'm tapping just a tiny bit and applying it under my eye, like so. I did already use eye cream with my routine, so this is just an addition to the eye cream. I want to see if the primer is helping us to achieve a beautiful and flawless look under the eyes. Tapping in the primer, I really want to insert it as much as I can to the skin so it will be ready. Well, you can see that just with the primer, this side definitely look better than this side, and I only applied a primer, so that's good news. Now I'm taking this e.l.f. color correcting stick. Sorry, this is in the shade orange. Okay, and I'm just going to apply it under my eye, and a thin layer. I'm not going to pack everything with this orangey color. I'm just layering it very, very gently under my eyes. What's very important when you're doing your under eye area is never to add too much material, because it will go directly to those little wrinkles under your eyes. Well, unless you're 12 and you don't have any wrinkles under your eyes, but I guess if you're 12, you're probably not watching this video, but if you are, you're welcomed, of course. This video doesn't have an age restrictions to it, and I'm just, as you can see, tapped in the color corrector with a brush. This one is the Baby Bye Bye by AWB Makeup, and I think that so far it's doing a great job if you compare it to this side, but I still want an additional from another additional quantity from the orange corrector, and I'm just applying a second layer, and I'm layering. Okay, I'm layering and I'm adding a tiny bit of product each time. I'm not adding a lot of product for the first time. I added a very small dose, very small layer, thin layer. So, and now I'm just tapping it with my brush, and that way I'm getting a very thin layer of material. And even though I added a second layer, you can hardly see it because I tapped it in. And now let's use the concealer, and today I'm using this concealer by Maybelline, but no way Maybelline, this is Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in the shade 10 Nude. So this is the concealer. I haven't used it for a long time. What I'm going to take a bit from the concealer and apply it to the back of my hand, like so. And take my brush, same brush I just used with the color corrector, and I'm going to take a tiny bit on my brush and add it to my under eye area. Now keep in mind that this is a very light color concealer. Usually when you apply a concealer under your eyes, you want to brighten everything. So I'm using a light colored concealer, and of course this is up to you. You can use a concealer that is in the same color of your foundation. I didn't wear any foundation yet, but you can use the same color. You can use a lighter color if you want to brighten your under eye area, and I do recommend using a lighter color under your eyes. It will look brighter and it helps to keep the focus away from your trouble under eye area. So I'm just tapping in and taking the leftovers and adding another thin layer. You can see the puffiness. You can still see that I'm puffy under the eyes, and that's, I think, because I didn't sleep so much, and it has a price for going to sleep late and getting up early. Usually it has a price. I'm taking an additional amount to the back of my hands, tiny amount. Look, I don't know if you can see, but a very small amount. I'm taking my brush, tapping it like that on the back of my hand, and adding the last layer, and this is the third and last layer that I'm adding. And as I said, I'm deliberately adding in layers. I don't want it to be super heavy, and okay, this is it. And of course now we have to powder under the eyes, and I'm just using my Essence mattifying compact powder to use under my eyes. You can use whatever kind of powder you want, it's really up to you. But how I'm doing it, I'm just adding powder on my brush and tapping off the excess. I want as little as possible, a little amount of powder as possible, and I'm just tapping it slowly to my under eye area. Take your time. Don't do this process if you're in a hurry, because it will not work, because you have to take your time and be patient. And this was a second layer, and I'm just adding the third layer, and always tapping off the excess, and I have such a small amount on my brush. And voila, this is it. This is the final result. Now You can see which eye I didn't do anything, this eye, and which eye I worked on, which is this eye. And you can see the differences, and they are huge. Now, as I said before, the puffiness didn't disappear, because, you know, you can't really disappear. You know, you can't get rid of the puffiness. Sleep more at night if you want to get rid of puffiness, but makeup usually will not help. And I deliberately used drugstore materials today. I used the e.l.f. correcting pen, and I used the concealer by Essence and the powder by Essence. I used only drugstore, and that was on purpose because I want you to see that even if I'm using drugstore products, I can pull it off. Now, I'm happy with the result. It looks beautifully, it looks natural, and this is what I was aiming for. So in my opinion, it turned out beautifully. Let me know in the comment section down below, did you like this eye look? And look at this beautiful nail polish. I'm just showing off my nail polish. Okay, never mind that. Okay, so this is the final result. You can see in a heartbeat which look better. Okay, let me know in the comment section down below if you found this useful. Think about the final result. Which eye looks better? This one or this one? Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye!